Back on ABC24 this week, my final episode, kind of emotional about it because we have had so many good broadcasts here to talk about the issues of the day. Let's talk about issues, though, that maybe we don't talk about very often on the show. We talked ad nauseum about schools and crime, et cetera. What is your hope for the city, and can you compartmentalize it into an overall issue that you really wish Memphis would accomplish if it could?
Yeah, I guess mine goes back to a conversation we had last week on the show, and it has to do with how we feel about this city. And you know, we said then that Memphis and Memphians are just too hard on themselves. I really wish that we could create an atmosphere where people can have conversations like we have here on the show. And even if they disagree, but they are always trying to come up with solutions that help the city grow and go, instead of being critical all the time, being just downing everything that comes along. You know, I said last week, I mean, we were arguing about everything from crime to sports. Mm-hmm. We need to be more uplifting in this city because we have so much, I think, to feel good about here in this city. And so I just wish we would do more of that going forward.
It kind of brings up what my issue would be in hope for the city is realizing its potential, because from the first day I moved here in the early 90s, Memphis has so much potential, and I still believe that.
Yeah.
I just don't think Memphians believe it as much as they should.
Memphians have always been down on themselves, and honestly, in all due respect to my career, my profession, I think a lot of it's media driven.
Oh yeah.
And that, you know, the media really likes to focus on personalities and conflict, and that takes the headlines. But you know, I learned in journalism school a long time ago that the real stories are the stories that seep and creep.
Yeah.
That you don't know about them at the time, but later on you say, wow, when did that happen? I think, and if you don't mind me jumping ahead, I think one of the most important stories in the last 30 years, and we've had a lot of them, Delta dehubbing Memphis and gutting our economic system, and the change of journalism is certainly but I think the biggest story is unfolding in front of us as we sit here right now.
I need you to get to it quickly.
That's XAI.
Okay.
And
Elon Musk's supercomputer.
Elon Musk's supercomputer, you're going to watch that what it's going to do to the city won't necessarily be good. We should keep an eye on it. And I think that I'm going to make a prediction that Mr. Musk will use up our energy, he'll use our water, he'll do what he can, he'll violate regulations, and he'll be gone.
Okay, well, I hope you're wrong, but that is something we definitely need to watch as citizens and journalists, for sure. Well, my thanks again to you, too, for your time here and always being willing to come in, and sometimes without much notice. Appreciate you and love you guys.
So, same
love
here.
you too, Richard. I'm not going to shake your hand, but I'm going to get a hug.
I'll take a hug, for sure.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Otis.
It's been a pleasure.
So before I sign off here, a big thank you to all our other regular panelists and good friends as well, Tawana Stout-Mitchell, Deidre Malone, Sam Hardiman, Mark Billingsley, Catherine Burgess, Chris Tudor, and countless other Democratic and Republican elected officials who weren't afraid to sit down at this table and take the tough questions, because too many weren't willing. And we'll give you those names some other time. But a city with serious challenges needs a forum to talk about solutions. No matter what side of an issue people fall on, people need to come together to agree or to agree to disagree. And that's what we did here. Couldn't have done it without you at home, though. Those of you who value information, not misinformation, and value people having a difference of opinion, but keeping it civil. Thanks for your support over the years. Pepper Baker will be here next week. Good night.